How to play Flamecraft. 1 to 5 players, ages 10 and up, playtime 60 minutes. In Flamecraft, players take turns visiting shops to either gather goods, add artisan dragons to the shop and fire them up, or cast enchantments to gain reputation and other rewards. The goal of the game is to gain the most reputation through placing artisan dragons in special slots, enchanting shops, gathering coin, and using fancy dragon abilities. The player with the most reputation at the end of the game wins. Components: player tokens, reputation markers, town mat, player aids, shop cards, starter shops and their starter dragons, artisan dragon cards, fancy dragon cards, enchantment cards, both beginner and advanced, goods and coin tokens, and companion cards. Setup: roll out the town mat and place the starter shops along with their artisan dragons. Place the good tokens to the side and the coins on the fountain. Separate the shop cards into 7 piles, 1 for each of the 6 different goods, and a 7th pile for the rest. Take 1 from each of the 6 goods shops, then 4 from the last pile. Shuffle these together to form the shop deck. If you have 4 players, you will use the entire Artisan Dragons deck. For 2 players, remove 2 of each good type, totaling 12 cards. For 3 players, remove 1 of each good type, or 6 total. Shuffle the deck and place it next to the fountain. Then reveal the top 5 cards forming the park. Shuffle the fancy dragon deck and place it here on the swirly thing. Choose either the purple or golden enchantment deck, shuffle it, then reveal the top 5 cards. If this is your first time playing, we recommend using the purple deck. Each player chooses a dragon token and its corresponding player aid and reputation marker. Deal 3 artisan and 2 fancy dragon cards to each player. Each player will choose 1 fancy dragon, then discard the other to the bottom of the deck, but you can keep all the artisan dragons. Take everyone's reputation marker, then randomly reveal 1 to determine the first player. Then place them all at the start of the reputation track. If you have 4 or more players, the 4th and 5th players start with a goods token of their choice.
Give me that nuts.
Gameplay: taking a turn. On your turn, you will visit a shop and then choose one of 2 actions: gather goods or enchant the shop. Visit a shop. Move your player token to a shop in town. It must be a different shop than the one you visited last turn. If there's already another player at the shop, you must give each other player 1 good or coin from your supply. If you don't have any goods or coins, you must visit an unoccupied shop. Gathering from a shop. This action allows you to gather goods from a shop, place an artisan dragon, fire up one of those dragons, and perform a shop action if available. First, gain all the goods, coins, or artisan dragons from each of the symbols located at the shop. This includes symbols found on the shop, artisan dragons there, and enchantments. This symbol means you can gain any good, but not a coin. This is the symbol for a coin. Don't even try to get a coin from this one. This symbol means you can draw one of the face-up artisan dragons from the park, or blindly from the top of the deck and then place it in your hand. For example, you would collect 3 leafy goods and a steak from Oh My God. Then you may optionally place an artisan dragon from your hand onto an empty slot that has at least 1 matching symbol. If you do this, gain the rewards shown. The rewards are gain reputation, draw a fancy dragon, draw an artisan dragon, or gain coins. If you fill a shop, draw a new shop and place it face down on an empty slot in town. Don't worry, you'll reveal it later. You can also optionally fire up 1 dragon at the shop, even the one you just placed. You do this by performing the ability listed next to the fire symbol at the bottom of the card. Finally, if your shop has an ability, you may perform it as well. Enchant a shop. To enchant a shop, you will first cast a face-up enchantment and then optionally fire up some or all of the dragons at the shop. First, choose a face-up enchantment card that matches the shop's icon, then pay the required goods. You may pay a coin in place of any good, even multiple coins to cover different types of goods. Then you gain the rewards and tuck the enchantment card under the top of the shop. This will add another good of that type the next time you gather there. Each shop can only hold up to 3 enchantments. After you cast your enchantment, you may fire up all the dragons at that shop. For example, you cast Creme Brulee at Guilty Treasures. Pay an iron, 2 potions, and 3 leaves to the supply, or 2 leaves and a coin. Then you get to move your reputation marker up 6 spaces. Yay! Then you can fire up Rusty and Loaf to gain 2 bread and draw another artisan dragon from the park. Note that shops with a dragon or a coin icon cannot be enchanted. Oh, but you still get a coin, or a dragon, whatever. Wild shops can be enchanted with any good. There are some enchantments that give more points based on how many sets of goods you pay. Most of them reward you nothing if you only pay one set, so make sure that you try to maximize that reward by collecting more goods. This is an advanced symbol that means you cannot use coins to pay for this enchantment. Some abilities allow you to reserve enchantments face up in front of you. Only you may cast that enchantment, and you can only reserve one at a time. Ending your turn. If you drew any new shops this turn, flip them over. Discard down to 6 Artisan Dragons in your hand. However, you can have any number of Fancy Dragons. Also, you may not have more than 7 of each good type, so discard any extras. Refill the Dragon Park so there are 5 face-up, as well as any empty enchantment spots. Then pass clockwise to the next player. Ending the game. When the last card of either the Artisan Dragon deck or Enchantment deck is drawn or revealed, this triggers endgame. Each player will have one more turn, including the one who triggered the endgame. After that, each player will gain 1 reputation for each leftover coin and any bonus reputation from their Fancy Dragons. Whoever has the most reputation wins. Yay! If there's a tie, the player with the most Artisan Dragons in their hand wins. If there's still a tie, the person with the most goods wins. If there's still a tie, you share the victory. Or you can hold each of your hands over an open flame, and whoever pulls away first loses. Dragons never flinch at fire, not even cute ones. Fancy Dragons. There are 2 types of Fancy Dragons, Sun and Moon. Sun Dragons give you a one-time bonus on your turn if you fulfill its requirements. After you collect its rewards, keep it face up in front of you, but you don't get to score it again. Moon Dragons give you end-game rewards. If you fulfill its requirements at the end of the game, gain the rewards listed. Artisan Dragons. There are 6 types of Artisan Dragons, 1 for each good type. Each type has the same ability even though their names will vary. Iron. Gain 2 of 1 good from this shop or an Artisan Dragon here. Steak. Place an Artisan Dragon in town. Bread. Draw 1 Artisan Dragon. Diamond. Gain any 3 different goods. 3 goods, all have to be different, okay? Potion. Swap this with another Artisan Dragon in town and fire up the new dragon. Leaf. Gift a good to another player to gain 2 reputation. Companions. Companions are an optional addition that give you a one-time special ability. At the start of the game, randomly deal 1 companion to each player face up in front of them. If it has a start bonus, gain that now. Each player may use their companion's special ability once per game on their turn, then flip it over to show that it has been used. Solo Mode. Setup. Set up the board for a 3-player game. After placing the starter shops, create the shop deck with these specific shops. Depending on how you perform, you can unlock more shops with achievements for future solo games. Create the Fancy Dragon deck with these dragons. You can unlock more of these later with achievements as well. Choose a player dragon, but keep the others nearby. You may not use companions in solo mode. Gameplay. Take your turn one after another with the following exceptions. End of turn. Refresh the park to show 5 face-up Artisan Dragons. Draw an Artisan Dragon from the top of the deck, then going clockwise from the park, place it in the first matching slot in a shop. If there isn't a match, place it at the bottom of the deck and repeat until you can place one. If you fill a shop, draw another shop normally. If the placed Artisan Dragon matches an opponent's player marker, move it to that shop, but you aren't gifted any goods if they come to your current shop. Oh. If it matches your color, do nothing. If the placed dragon's icon matches any of the enchantments, place the enchantment at a matching shop of your choice, even if the shop is wild. Watch out guys, this shop's wild! Ugh. Refresh the enchantments and then flip over any new shops. Giving goods. Anytime you would have to give or gift a good, return it to the supply instead. Shop maximum. There can be no more than 12 shops on the board during solo mode. Game end. If you reveal the last Artisan Dragon or enchantment, finish your current turn, then do one more. At the end of your final turn, do not move any non-player dragons or place a non-player enchantment. Calculate your reputation normally, then compare it to the following tiers. If you scored 75 to 89 points and meet the requirements for any achievements, you can unlock one of them for future games. If you scored 90 or more, you can unlock 2. Yay! The end! Thank you for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like and subscribe below. Also, let us know what you thought in the comments, and if you have any suggestions for future tutorials, put them there too. If you like looking at pictures, follow Board Game Tutorials on TikTok and Instagram. Also, check out my website, boardgametutorials.com, and sign up for our newsletters for even more info and fun and other stuff. Whatever. Bye!